when you were talking about the melanin and people, Indian people looking black, well, the origin of that melanin is black.
Black.
When you deal with India, at one time it was Indo-Kush. It was connected to Africa. So the original people in so-called India were Africans. They were black people, and there's a group called the Dravidians. So they are black people. But when the British, when the Europeans came into India and they invaded and enslaved the people, the Dravidians said, I'm not going to be a slave, and I'm not going to live like one, I'm not going to die like one. So I will go into the mountains of India before I become a slave to these white people. And that's what they did. And it's the white mixing with the Africans that were in India created the offspring, the so-called Indian, what you see now. So if you see anything that is dark, you have to, if you go back in that bloodline, you're going to eventually run into something blue-black.
Wow.
Because that's a source of melanin.
Wow.
So we don't know our history. So we let these people put us down and make us feel bad about ourselves, thinking, well, I'm dark, but I'm not dark like you. I'm not a nigga, though. You a nigga. No. They try to tell themselves that shit to rationalize, have a false superiority complex over you so they can step on the original, the indigenous people. And they know that they get more benefits, and it's broken up into classes. Even in India, the darker you are, the less benefits and the more humiliation and death and discrimination that gets measured out to you. That's why a lot of them bleach.
Wow. Wow, that's very powerful. Another question I want to ask you. I know you're pretty familiar with the Willie Lynch mentality and how some people say that it's a myth. Some people say it's mixed up or something that was made up to describe what we still see even in 2010, the condition that we see this black community in. But do you think that there's some truth behind that even in this present day and time? Do you still think that we are suffering from a Willie Lynch mentality where we don't want to see each other prosper? We don't want to put our resources together. We don't want to collaborate. And this person hates this person over here because your skin is not as dark as this person or light as this person. And we see this person over here, this person may got a chicken and waffle joint, and they making some, money and stuff like that. And what you want to do, you want to go over there and sabotage the business. You want to break into the business. You want to steal the money. You want to rob the people. Do you think that we still, even in 2010, are we still dealing with this Willie Lynch mentality?
I really don't think the Willie Lynch diary was made up. It's clear. This is psychological warfare that they enacted on African people when they enslaved our people. When you look at a small amount of Europeans enslaving and controlling a large amount of African people, they had to realize they had psychological warfare as well as just outright murdering them and torturing them in front of each other. And then they did use color warfare, taking differences instead of making them attributes, making them detriments, making people fight each other. It's a big problem, still a very, very big problem in the black community, and it's sabotage the black community. I see how they do me. So, yes, I believe it, and it's a big problem. And it's a lot of conflict that black people even try to attack me about skin color, try to create conflict and drama and confrontations with me about skin color. So any little thing that I say, they will try to twist it and say, oh, so what, you're attacking. When I did, for instance, the video, Hybrid Nigga Bitch. And when I did, conscious folks want to say, oh, yeah, because Wesley Snipes is so black, and Michael Jordan is so dark like that. That's why he can jump so high, and they more spiritual and more powerful. And they more close to 9 Eastern, and having 9 Eastern hairs real nap and curled up. You more closer to the original beings that created the planet that are blue black people. And from what I see so many dark-skinned people doing, obviously, if they are from a higher God consciousness, and the melanin chemical that's produced in your brain, it also gives you pigment. If that is God-like, it must be shut down. It must be turned off. Because all dark-skinned people are not more close to a divine consciousness and a divine God just because they're dark. And everybody that is light-skinned or white is not further away from God consciousness or of the devil because your skin is lighter. And just from saying that, so what are you saying, Alexyss? You're saying that you don't like dark-skinned people and that all dark-skinned people are equal? And I'm like, yeah, you know what, fuck you. Right. I'm not going to even respond to that bullshit because you're trying to take this bullshit somewhere. You got a problem with me or y'all got a problem with my color. And I never said that bullshit. You kiss all out of my motherfucking ass because I'm not going to even be dragged down into this color shit.
Right.
You have a problem. A lot of black people say that this white folks got a problem with us. No, a lot of us have a problem with ourselves and they want to attack each other or resent the other person. The same white folks you say that you hate or light-skinned people you say that you hate, a lot of dark-skinned people are really jealous of or would like to be in the shoes of somebody that is white or lighter, and as well as some light-skinned people. I talk to them, they hate being light-skinned because of them. A lot of dark-skinned black people won't love them.
That's sad.
They get beat up, and they get a lot of jealousy from black women. I'm sure a lot of them ain't gonna like me saying this, but it's true.
Hey,
a lot of women will go back and forth with each other because of color. I hate that bitch, who that bitch thinks she is. And it's a lot of lighter skinned women that will deliberately tan or walk around with an inferiority complex because they're lighter, because it starts with their mama, it starts in the neighborhood, and it starts with other women attacking them because they have light skin and misjudging them.
Yeah.
This is still a big problem among us.
And it's really sad because it's like, you know, these people want you to jump on this race bandwagon. But like I heard you mention before, at the end of the day, if you get in trouble, you can't call on them. Y'all said these niggas, they ain't gonna do nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, most of the time, we talking about the white man's the enemy. The white man's the problem, man. I said, you look at, man, it's right around your front porch. It's right around your front step. It's in your neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? It's not even them. It's us. So, like, where do we come to the point where we're going to have to take some responsibility of our condition as well? You know, I mean, when do we come to the point where we're going to have to look at our own selves instead of looking to everyone else for the solution? I mean, how do you feel about that?
I'm to the point that I am not trying to save all black people or pull them together. So that's not where all black people are. And I just seen how they treated me and how they try to do things to sabotage me. Just like they did what they could to get my show taken off the air in Atlanta and try to even get me taken off the internet. You know, it's just a lot of sick shit I've seen black people do. So I'm to the point now, basically, I put my information out for black folks that want it. I do my readings, I do my spiritual work, I do intuitive life coaching for people that want it. Other than that, when I put my information out, you want it, you get it. If you don't, keep it moving. I'm not, I can't save nobody but myself. The only thing I is put information out there and try to live the best I can as an example of what I'm trying to teach you that you should strive to become. Other than that, as a whole, thinking you're going to save everybody because they black, it's not going to happen because everybody that looks like you does not have the same agenda that you do. I'm talking about living life sacredly and holistically and looking at your body as a temple. Well, there are a lot of so-called black folks that are conscious in the conscious community and righteous that are vegetarians that like to have polygamous open fucking, open relations. To me, that's not healthy to me.
No.
Because it puts